YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka the dude with the Voltron lunchbox, aka I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And speaking of today, I'm just reading right now that SiliconEra.com has reported that Capcom has had a 90% decrease in revenue due to high development costs. Look, first off, Capcom, all right, look, it's your own fault. Whether people liked Lost Planet 2 or not, it didn't do well sales-wise. And then you're going to sit here and say, well, Monster Hunter's not doing well overseas. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, look, first off, if anyone has played Monster Hunter, you know, look at the sales on the PSP for every Monster Hunter game that came out. What did it do? It shattered records. It broke records with no problem. All right, so Capcom do have a fan base. All right, and they said, we would like to see these games on the PSP put on the PS3. What does that tell you? Those people who bought those games, they're not worried about graphics. All right, they're not worried about development costs. If you port them over, they will be bought. But what did you do? You didn't listen to the fans. You looked at stats and numbers like any other fucking business does. You looked at it and said, hey, we're selling a lot of Monster Hunter games on the PSP, so let's put it on the Wii. What? So you look at the chart and you say, the Wii has the strongest sales in the third. Maybe we can put Monster Hunter on there and attach it. Problem is, stupid, you put it on the system that has the highest piracy rate. You gotta be kidding me. And then you have a bunch of new guys on there talking about some, I don't like Monster Hunter. You can't, the monsters don't even have energy bars. I'm telling you, look, Monster Hunter isn't for kids. It's a game for champions, whether you like it or not. Capcom, you messed this up. But since you lied in that bed, you made in it, that's your fault. You should have stuck with everything old school. But let's talk old school for a minute. I didn't hear anybody talking about any development cost when Street Fighter 4 was made, when Super Street Fighter 4 was made, when Resident Evil 5 was made, the Gold Edition was made, the Tyrant Edition was made, the whatever edition you want to keep coming out with just to milk your product. Look, you can't sit here and charge people $7 for costumes that's already on the disc. Or you're paying to unlock it on the disc. That's bullshit. And then you do the same thing with Resident Evil. Now, understandable, it's a little bit different with Resident Evil because you actually made some of it afterwards and said, okay, now you got to charge. That's fine. But you're messing with the formula. You should have went old school with it. See, this is what happens when you don't have new blood in your company, and all these other guys just sitting around looking at numbers. This is exactly what the problem is. See, I shouldn't have to make a video to tell you how to run your company. So, let's put it like this. Should've went old school. Before we even go to old school, can anyone even guess what games, the big guns, that Capcom will come out in the next 5 years? This is how predictable they are. Alright? Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, Mega Man, Monster Hunter for the PSP. Anyone know the last one? I'm begging you. You should know this. Resident Evil. There are the 5 games, the big guns, that will keep Capcom afloat. Just milking the system, recycling it. Not fooling no one. Let me tell you, because Dead Rising, it may do well, but I don't think it's going to do great. All right? Now, with that being said, let's talk old school. Because that's what you should have went old school. You should have dealt with Street Fighter. The next Street Fighter comes out, this is what you should do. Put it in the arcades. Put it in the arcades, because the fact is, that's how the formula was. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what did you do? You changed the formula. You messed it up. See, come out in the arcades, and I understand some people are thinking, arcades are dead, this, and third. They don't have to just go to arcades. You put it anywhere people go, like old school, arcades, 7-Eleven. Hell, it's summertime. Put it down there in the shore, on the boardwalk. People will play. All right? And then you wait 7 months to a year to bring it to console. That's what you do, so people just keep pumping in fucking quarters. That's what you do. That's how you have survived how many years? How many? That's how you survived. But you changed the formula. Should we talk about Final Fight? Double Impact. You bring out Final Fight, right? You bring it out. Don't tell anybody about DRM. And then you release a statement apologizing to everyone saying, Well, we meant to say it, but we didn't. We're sorry, there's going to be a speedy fix. Like, we don't know that's bullshit. So it's going to be a speedy fix, a speedy patch, right? That was in April. It's almost August. Where's the patch? Exactly. I know what you're going to do. You're going to wait till the game loses its shelf life. Then you're going to patch it. So people can actually play their game offline. Yeah, we can play offline now. And then probably after that, you'll do two things. You'll either see a spike in sales. If you see a spike in sales, you'll keep the servers. If not, you'll pull the fucking server. You're not fooling anyone, Capcom. Nobody. See, this is what happens when you have companies who don't listen to us gamers. They deserve it. They deserve everything they get. And it goes with any other company. You know, a lot of companies now are starting to listen. Insomniac, I'm sorry, not Insomniac. Guerrilla Games did the same thing, what was it, with Killzone 3. They gave people what they wanted with Call of Duty controls. Infamous 2, Cole's being changed back to how he was. They're listening to the fans because they know that's how they'll sell. Capcom, I advise you start doing the same. I love it! Anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I'm out, man. I'm out.